Hi there, Aries. So you're up. It has been a while. Welcome back, or welcome. I kind of am switching how I do readings, but I also allow spirit to just dictate how it goes. So I do not come here and say, what's going on with love? I am just saying, hey, Aries sun. This is a collective message, so it will not resonate with everybody. Within the first few minutes of the actual reading, not of me babbling, you will know whether it's meant for you or not. The message is from my guides, your guides, and it's aligned with whoever it's meant to be aligned with. So it's early August, and I'm reaching out for Aries sun. What is a message for the collective that you would like to share with us, Spirit? Temperance, Death, King of Swords. Wow. So let's see what's at the back of the deck. The Queen of Pentacles. How beautiful is that? Stay grounded. Spirit is asking you to please stay grounded, even tempered, right? King of Swords and Temperance. Keep that. If you feel any anger or frustration, or just with yourself or with others, right? Keep it in check. And you're going to have this transformation. I feel like this is a maturing of your collective Aries sun spirit. For those of you who have been around long enough, right, to have gone through, I'm gonna feel into this a little bit. Some stagnation, some desolation is the word. Potentially rejection. Okay, potentially heartbreak. Chaos, conflict. There it is. It's in your past. It's in your past. It could have been in your workplace. Could have been in your home life. Could have been. Some of you, it could have been in both. You might have been mixed in worlds. But now, I want to say this. Now, this is you most recently, Queen of Pentacles. So you went from this energy of not knowing in what direction your life was going to, guess what? This. And how did you do it? You did it by undergoing a deep, heavy transformation from one way of being into someone who has control over their mental and emotional spaces. Bravo. So I am reaching a group of Aries that are not currently in some chaotic energy, no disarray, no big deep troubles, no, like, you're not feeling indecisive. I think you're in control. I think you're just living in a way that is resolute is the word that I wanted to say. So whether you resonate with Empress or an Emperor title, right? I know the Emperor is more commonly used to describe the Aries archetype. Regardless of whether you're divine masculine, the Emperor, or your divine feminine, the Empress, is currently leading the way. I think you feel really good in your own skin. So how beautiful, right? Let's see. For the Aries Sun Collective that this message is regarding, Spirit, what would you like to talk about? Let's see. It's very, well, they want to talk about your spark, your passion, your creativity. Look at that. The Queen of Pentacles again. So right now you've been really heavily focused on developing a sense of peace, a sense of home. Maybe you've been working on your home environment, a feeling of home, maybe even within yourself. Now it's time, Spirit's saying, to reignite in a way that doesn't make you lose control of that beautiful, balanced energy that you've worked very hard to cultivate. Yes, if you're wondering, I think some of you might be, if you've been here for a few months at least, you're probably wondering, why is she speaking differently? I have very little to light to shed for you. I have gone through a lot of things in my life recently, and I would guess If you are a believer in spiritual awakenings, I've probably had a few since the summer began. All right, so yes, and yeah, been working on bringing messages that are more useful for you, okay? So spirit, yeah, look at this. As you go back into trying to fit into your, I think like some of you might, some people out there might be like, Aries, what happened? What happened to my Aries? Like, you guys are not the same. And I want to say something to you from a coach's perspective, or just from my perspective. You do not have to answer to anybody else about what happened, okay? You do what feels comfortable for you and be this new version of yourself, because I think a lot of Aries have gone through a very heavy transformative period the past decade, okay? And it's just like, it's like you're emerging, you're re-emerging. As you re-emerge, the same environmental situations, right? Or people, triggers. The word is really triggers. So whether it's in your environment, or within your inner environment, right? I actually think it's external. So external factors might try, and they will in a way test you, your resolve. How much have you matured, really? How much have you evolved? How temperate are you? And so this card here, the Five of Wands peeking out, it came right out. It's telling me the reason for this message is because you will be faced with some conflict, and it's because you're doing something new. Page of Pentacles. Perhaps some of you, Six of Pentacles at the back of the deck and the King of Wands behind it, there you are. Perhaps some of you are starting a new business venture or traveling adventure. I think this is more about something that could lead to financial or other type of abundance, right? So you're going in a new direction. As you go in a new direction, as you develop new skills or begin to develop new skills, as you begin to learn new things, people will ask you what the hell you're doing. You were okay as you were. And maybe yes, you were great as you were. I'm sure you were. But you made a decision, right? You made a decision to shift gears. And that is what Spirit is asking you to truly embrace, that as this happens, the balance of give and take needs to shift. Were you the type of person who was giving or receiving, right, more than the other parties, right? You need to, again, remember to stay temperate and cool-headed as you get out into the real world to find what it is that makes you spark, light up. And as you do that, when the conflict emerges, because let's just face it, you're not living in a vacuum. When that happens, do not fall back into old ways of being. Do not react, right? Act. Act with thought. Be that King of Swords for a moment, right? With the Ace of Wands behind you. Okay, wow. Your guides are very, I'm not even kidding, they're very serious right now. They're like, Aries, we're bringing you some tests. So Spirit, let's help them out a little bit, please. What are these? Tell me more about these tests so that we can prepare. All right, it's the Fool card. And Justice, yeah, this is absolutely universe saying, hey, we're giving you a clean, like sort of clean slate here with the Fool. Time for you to jump, leap. As you leap, remember, we got your back. Justice is at play, so karma is at play. There's something here, again, you have been tested and tested and tested. I don't know why I'm feeling that energy for you. But lately when the Justice card comes out, for me personally, I'll tell you, it is indicative, especially with the High Priestess behind her, it's indicative of a spiritual force that I have only recently begun working with or learning from as my guide, as one of my guides. And it's serious business. It's basically saying, you know what? Playtime is over. The Fool card is great. Embark on this new journey. Do it differently this time. Follow your intuition. Follow the lessons. Follow whatever karmic cycle you think you've broken or come out of, right? Keep going in that direction. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget the lessons. Oof. Okay. It's like, after this reading, I'm gonna have to shake off this energy, okay? There's nothing bad about it. It's just, I can tell some of you have been through it. And I haven't really tapped into the Aries collective in a while. So Spirit, can you show us a little bit what was in their past that you want to, okay, bring about? Grief. Oh, oh my God. 5 of Cups, the Devil, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles with, okay, who are working really hard. The 8 of Pentacles at the back of the deck. All right, my friends, you could have been unhealthily attached to, whether it could have been a person, right? It could be a relation, could have been, excuse me, a situationship. I don't even want to say relationship because it did not allow you to be your truest self. My guess here is that this attachment caused grief, and you, with the 4 of Pentacles coming right after it, along with the 2 of Pentacles, either you were yourself juggling and finding it very difficult to do so. You were working nonstop, or someone was trying to juggle you, not necessarily with other people, but in their lives. So, you know how people say breadcrumbing. So there was an element of that in your past, and you got glued to this. You got glued to holding on to your deepest emotions and expressions. So maybe if it's love, you didn't get a chance to really show how much love there is inside of you because of the nature of this situation. 2 of Pentacles, right? If it was work, your skills were not actually utilized as effectively as they could have been, and you were holding back. Like, say you have this artistic side, right? Wherever you were, maybe you were only working with numbers, and there wasn't much room for creativity in that. It was okay as it was, but it left you feeling a little empty and lonely inside. And that's what I'm seeing with these cards. All right, so that was your past. You're not going to spend an eternity on your past, because as Spirit has shown us, you've gotten over that. How did you do that? You focused on yourself, on grounding yourself, on giving yourself that feeling of abundance and centering that you needed. I think a lot of you mastered your mind. You did not let your emotions run rampant over your life. All right? Yeah. And now you're better communicators too. 8 of Wands. You're out of this. You're out of this. You're done. The 5 of Pentacles was your oh my gosh, the 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. You know, if it was like a friend group even, maybe you were doing too much of the planning. It's a simple thing, right? So maybe you were that person that always planned every outing, and as such, or maybe paid for every outing. Maybe your friends didn't pay you back, and you were like, dude, why did I go through all of this? And now I'm, short money for food, okay? But now you've learned how to communicate, how to move with 8 of Wands. Move with intention, move with good judgment, King of Swords, and move in a way that doesn't sap you of your own resources. Queen of Pentacles. All right, so show me more about their present energy, please. Justice. Yes, I love it. Okay. I mean, I think that's Spirit saying you've done justice to their present. They are people who have been through a lot, and they're ready for the next stage. Seven of Pentacles. You've been tilling your fields, right? Planting your garden, so to speak, and watering and growing your little bush of or tree of, maybe it's money, maybe it's something else, okay? Maybe you have already been secretly learning a new craft or skill or trade, or like a career shift, right? And Spirit is saying it's time to come out. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna come out as your future and advice here, okay? Pretty sure it's time to come out into the light. Yeah. So 8 of Cups. Leave something behind. Look at that. Ugh, some great stuff coming towards you. Guess what? I mean, I'm laughing. It's not funny. What you're leaving behind is the 10 of Swords and the, oh my gosh, and the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a lot of conflict. A lot of conflict. And maybe you felt like, some of you might have felt really deeply stung by other people, by people talking, by gossip. Could be family. You know, I'm not saying who it was. This is a collective reading. We're not going to go deep into it in that way. That left you feeling not just left out in the cold, okay? It left you feeling like you couldn't get up again. And an Aries that can't get up again or has that feeling has been sapped of all that is Aries, okay? We are fueled by Mars. We are like ephemerally getting ourselves up, moving on again. Maybe we do not do it very gracefully sometimes, but we do it, right? I know I'm talking to Aries that have had to walk away from that feeling of complete exhaustion. You have walked away. Why? Because you've decided that like sense of I can't get back up and begin again, that was all in your heads, okay? Now, what do you want? Spirit's showing you what you're going for. As a Fool, an Aries card, right? The beginning of a new journey is what I'm seeing. You're going to do it with a lot of clarity, of focus. So you know what you want. Ace of Swords, a beautiful card. You may have to have a few honest, Aries are good at this, conversations, okay? Keep it emotionally healthy. Don't forget the lessons from Temperance and Justice, okay? You will receive recognition. So I'm not going to say you're going to be out in the public, all of you, but it is Leo season still, right? And this is like one of the, not the sun, but similar, right? 6 of Wands. It's like such a Leo burst of energy and momentum, you know? Use this season and come out and move towards what you believe is your 10 of Cups. That's an emotional fulfillment. So I think some of you know exactly what you want. Now it's time to walk towards it. Keep moving away from the things and mental trappings that prevented you from going towards what you feel is the 10 of Cups. I want to talk a little bit about that 10 of Cups because I think people sometimes, like, it's different for everybody. It can come across as a feeling, like a fleeting sensation if you're not there yet, right? It can be something that occurs in bursts, right? So it's not like a steady energy. It can be triggered by the sound of someone's voice. It can be triggered by the flow of work that is aligned with who you are meant to be and whatever mission it is you're meant to carry out in this lifetime. You will know it when you feel it, because not only will your nervous system be fully relaxed, almost to the point where you don't really know what it is you're feeling. You just feel a little bit like you're floating, you know? That's how it is for me, at least. You tell me maybe in the comments what it feels like for you. When you're truly embracing who you really are inside and your purpose, right? And maybe when you're surrounded by the people that are meant to be in this part of your journey, you don't feel inner conflict or tension. You're able to be yourself. So that whole Four of Pentacles phase is over. Someone who is being and embracing their truest identity, and they're able to change, right? And grow and evolve freely without being bound by restrictions and rules that may or may not have been placed upon them by themselves. Maybe they're placed upon you by family members, who knows, or work, right? Are you somewhere where you're able to be yourself? You know, Aries, you're very fiery individuals, but you're also very expressive. And to see an Aries not being able to be themselves is really, really painful to watch, guys. So any last piece of advice or what's coming towards my Aries? Yeah, you... I almost want to be like, that's opposite, but it's not. Okay. Some of you might have been, you came off as being, what was it? Queen of Pentacles and King of Swords. There was an element of your life that you have been avoiding, perhaps, the Queen of Cups. So yes, the emotions, right? The world of emotions. I think it's safe for you to come out of this hermit phase. Some of you have been doing that. Nothing wrong. Frequently, I'm a Virgo rising, so frequently I am in that phase. But it's time. Three of Cups. It's time for you to come out. Three of Cups means reunite with those who spark that quiet almost, but also a quiet, calm, a quiet, it's like the same word, right? A quiet, but steady support system is kind of what I want to say. So these three girls, ladies, they have each other's back, right? There's no doubt that they could be sisters, right? We don't know. The point is they're doing something together. They are embracing each other as they are truly meant to be. So when you're kind of in this hermit phase of like, I have no one to share my ideas with, I'm reading this book alone, but I kind of really want to, I don't know, this lady might be thinking she wants to join a book club or something, or talk to their former best friend about it. I mean, it's time for you to come out and share some joyful moments again with those people that you trust. That might have been the word I was searching for. Not just quiet support, but trust. Okay. All right. And with that, I want to just end it with that Queen of Cups message. Once you have that quiet support and trust from the people who are aligned with you at this time and who embrace the change, right? Then you will have time and space to come out again. The emotions, right? The whole world will be viewed in a different way. All right. So, and you'll be closer to that Ten of Cups. Okay. All right, Aries. So let me know in the comments if this resonated, and I am wishing you all the best.